Hi guys, welcome to the finale of Season 1's Project Bermuda Life podcast. We are grateful that you decided to wake up and shine on with us tonight.
Yeah. Thank you all for joining us. I believe this would be the 45th podcast. So
We're doing it.
it's, I didn't realize until a few days ago that this was the end of Season 1, and fittingly so.
Yeah. We kind of abruptly decided that it was going to be the finale, but with so many big changes coming with next week's episode, it's due time to call Season 1 an end and to just kind of reminisce about all that we've come through.
Yeah. So next Tuesday will mark our major format change of the podcast to where we are not going to do them live anymore. More so, we are going to create a very professional looking video interview and then post it. So that will allow us to get rid of all those technical difficulties that have been, hampering us, and just give it a really professional feel to the podcast.
Yeah, we believe it'll open up a lot of opportunities as well as give us some more time to just give you guys what you need through the podcast. We'll be able to think of questions easier rather than on the spot, make sure that our guests cover everything that needs to be covered. And we're just really excited to be moving up in the world. And we still intend on being in the chat with you guys as much as possible. It may not be every single week because it is going to open us up to do other things that we need to be able to do on Tuesdays to get our school and everything else going and manifestation process flowing smoothly.
Yeah, so just doing 45 podcasts is pretty crazy to me because, I've been podcasting for over 3 years, and each podcast that I've done, either for Eternal Tribe Foundation or Emergence Earth or myself, I've never gotten above 4 podcasts. So to get to 45 is pretty amazing, and I'm very, very grateful for that experience. I've learned a lot of things about podcasting, and the number one thing is doing live podcasts is very difficult.
Yeah, because, well, first of all, you got to make sure everybody's available to do things live. It's hard to control all the technical difficulties that are happening when you want to provide such a professional style presentation. Couldn't think of the word there. But in general, it's grown a lot. I'm very grateful to have been a part of the journey and to have been able to push you along.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking back on some of the first podcasts, I get quite a giggle because it's like, wow, we thought we had it all together then, and we were pretty put together when we started. Mm-hmm. I mean, we had to get Nick to wear a shirt, and you've cut your hair several times.
Yeah, I've gone through many hair changes throughout this podcast, and when I started, I had a mohawk.
You did.
Like you said, Nick Maliki didn't wear a shirt for
like the first 5 or 6 episodes.
And did we even have the website up and going at that time?
I believe we had the website, but it was just very skeleton form. We didn't have very many promo pages. We just had like a link to YouTube pretty much, and like the very general original logo that you had, and like a couple things thrown together, and mm-hmm. Wow, the website has made so many transformations. Just recently we did some major upgrades, and I'm really excited about those, and there's still plenty more to come, and it's just exciting that we have accomplished so much in 45 episodes. That means it's been at least 45 weeks, maybe more.
Well, yeah, we did a few multiple week podcasts where we did one on Tuesday, one on Thursday. We were doing podcasts on Tuesdays and every other Thursday for a while. And that, doing one podcast a week alone is a lot of work. To do 2 a week plus, full moon card readings.
Yeah. And we did some roundtables. So honestly, we probably did over 50 broadcasts or shows. Yeah. But actual numbered ones, we've probably got about 45 full lengths. a couple of them, I think at least one of them is a part 1, part 2 full length that goes a little longer than an hour. So we've been putting in some work and shows dedication, and I just can't wait to see where we're at 50 shows from now.
Yeah. So, what we're doing now with the podcast, like we said, we're adding that post-production value, that professional look to it. We're going to add a super legitimate intro, and also we're teaming up with Nick Meter, who will be sharing this on Reality Sandwich and Disinfo. And he did this 3 or 4 times for us in the past, and each time it's gotten on the front page of those websites. Yeah. And that created over 200 views on each of those videos. So, and that was when we had our beginner sort of figure out what we're doing moments.
Yeah.
So to have, our new format, a professional feel, a legitimate introduction, and higher quality video and sound, I really think that we can get between 500 to 1,000 views on each of these, season 2 podcasts.
Yeah, and it'll just be so much more put together. I'm hoping for season 2 to, since they'll be more post-produced, hopefully we can start saving them properly and making a DVD so we can do like season releases. The first season's a little bit, like we said, scattered and all over the place, and it was more of our learning experience. We learned a lot and we transformed a lot, and it's just been quite a ride. And I do want to give an extra shout out to Nick Meter, because he's done a lot for us, and I personally had a process work session with him, and it was awesome. So if you guys are interested in process sessions or process work or any of that kind of stuff, you should check out Nick Meter. We have a page for him on projectbringmetolife.com, and he has his own personal website, which there is a link for on his page.
Yeah. And so if it's okay with you, I would like to play a clip from our very first episode of the first season of Project Bring Me Life podcast.
With your mohawk?
With my mohawk.
Does Nick have a shirt on?
I don't even know if Nick was in this one, actually, but he might have been.
All right. Yeah, so, I'm excited. It's hard for me to even remember all of them.
All right. Well, let's take a look at this clip from the first season of the Project Bring Me Life podcast. This is the first episode, and it was with Spaceship Earth.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Project Bring Me to Life. This is a podcast for those looking for spiritual enlightenment. We host musicians, poets, artists, writers, healers, guides, and leaders every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Tonight's show is sponsored by, let me get the picture up here. Tonight's show is sponsored by Shantastic Shine Sales. And once I get to the picture, which is right here, where it's shine time all day, use the code Project Bring Me to Life, which is one word, to get a 25% discount off any purchase at her website, www.shantasticshine.com, now through December. And I'm gonna take it back to my face. We also have a free giveaway of this beautiful, one-of-a-kind, handmade Tree of Life pendant. And that's gonna be our free giveaway for today. So make sure you tune in. We're gonna do that near the end of the podcast. So at 8:50, we will tell you how you can win that. Also, if you want to enter for a chance to win a walking stick or a magical wand, you go to projectbringmetolife.com and subscribe for updates. And that will be at the bottom of the page. So projectbringmetolife.com for that. Our beloved co-host is Nick Malnicki. Hello. And, sorry, is Nick Malnicki. And our honored guest is musician, producer, and starseed Ashton Robertson of Spaceship Earth.
Hello. Good to be with you guys.
without any further ado, let's go ahead and welcome Ashton to the show. And Ashton, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. I wish I could hug you right now.
Yeah, no, for serious, thank you so much for all the help you've done with any of my podcasts that I've done before this. And to have you on as the very first guest of the show is very special. And I wouldn't want anybody else for the first show.
Oh, I really appreciate that, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. So I'm going to go ahead and begin with the questions. You produce music as well as play guitar.
Yes.
How would you describe the music that you play / make?
Well, I guess I could answer that in a lot of different ways because I like to make a lot of different kinds of music. But first of all, it's just electronic music. It's supposed to be inspiring, and I pour my heart into it. So I hope it's uplifting others. But it's electronic music with electric guitar, live electric guitar, and live improv. And from my perspective, it's pretty multi-dimensional. It's not really stuck in a genre. I like to use influences from across the world, from India, everywhere, from space to Earth. I just love it.
So, yeah.
All right. Sorry.
Well, that takes me back. Our chat room says, "Oh, they look like Project Boomy Life babies."
Yeah. No, I mean, you can hear it in my voice that I was very. Well, I didn't know what I was doing, really.
I mean, we had just kind of put it together then. We weren't really sure where we were going to take it. I mean, you knew what you wanted Project Bermuda Life to sort of be in the end, and I just remember telling you to go for it a lot.
Yeah, after doing podcasts for Emergence Earth, I hadn't done one for over 6 months, and so first off, the first person who actually got me really motivated to start doing the podcast again was Paul Kellogg. He actually texted me and was like, "Dude, you should really get this podcast going again." And I was planning on me, him, and Nick doing podcasting around the tour festival, and it didn't happen to where he was able to do it with us. But once we got here, you started saying it. Skywalker started saying it. Ashton started saying it.
Yeah, the first initial meetup of that, I'd say trifecta, but there was 4 of us. I don't know what the word would be there.
4 horsemen?
Yeah, power team of awesome. That was really good manifestation time.
Shantastic 4.
The Shantastic 4. I like it. But yeah, there was a lot of manifesting going on, a lot of projects that grew, and Ashton's really grown his project sense, and Skywalker's doing his thing, but Project Bermuda Life just blossomed so quickly. I'm so proud of it.
Yeah.
I wasn't even a co-host in the first 10 or so episodes.
Yeah.
Mind blown.
Yeah, and well, you could hear it when I introduced the show. I mentioned we host musicians, artists, guides, and writers. So that's been very consistent. We've had that up. We're still rolling with that. Just now we say we're promoting global unity with our growing community of artists, musicians, guides, writers. And we've added supporters to that.
Yeah. Our supporters are what keeps us going.
Yeah. And just another thing that we've really awakened to for the podcast and Project Bermuda Life in general is that we really want to focus on spirituality, metaphysics, and holistic health. So that's one thing that throughout all of our experiences, throughout this, since September. And
it's actually been a little longer than September.
September is when we started to manifest it. Before then, it was idea and formulation, and then September is when we actually implemented that. in let's see, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. It's been about 7 months, and it seems like it's been a few years almost.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, just the transformations that we've made in such a short but kind of long amount of time. I mean, you were talking about how Paul got you started. I remember one of the first weeks you were here, Nick Nikki and you got on a Google Hangout, and I was like, what is a Google Hangout? Like, I didn't even know what a Google Hangout was, and I was just like, oh, you want a video chat? Get on, like, Skype or something. And then Google Hangouts became, like, the thing, and now I have them with people just to have conversations.
Yeah. And almost every single guest that we've had on it, minus 4 or 5, had never used Google Hangout before. And so we introduced a lot of people to the Google Hangout. And the reason I started using Google Hangout for the podcast was because, my computer, I didn't have the program to record a Skype conversation and publish it on the internet. And you could only have one person at a time. And so Google Hangout, I found, was very easy to host. People can watch it on YouTube when it's live. Like, people can watch on YouTube right now when we're doing this. And after you're done, after you hit the stop broadcast button, it automatically gets published to YouTube. And so I just found that using Google Hangouts was the best fit for the Project Breathe My Life podcast at the time, just based off of those. Plus, it was free.
Yeah. I mean, it was an awesome platform to use, and I'm really grateful that we had it to use at the time, because, like you said, we didn't have the technology to do it elsewise, and we've had some technical difficulties, but really they haven't been that terrible. And we have to give a shout out to our one episode. I mean, we were just trying to have a special guest, and the aliens decided they wanted to visit, and all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Just the Google Hangouts is like, we're still using it. We're going into season 2 and we're still using it. And it's a really beautiful tool to use. And now, instead of just doing it live and publishing it right then and there, we're doing the interview on Google Hangout. We're taking that video and we're editing it in some software, and we're adding intros and advertisements to help fund our 5-year project, our 5-year plan. And it's very simple to do that with Google Hangouts. So that was amazing. And the Spreaker, we have Spreaker now, and Spreaker, throughout my research of trying to find a good platform to host that podcast archive to where people can actually download it. Spreaker has been one of the most reliable platforms that I've found, based off of, you get 10 hours for free to upload. It's very mobile friendly. All you have to do is download the Spreaker app, and most of the podcasts on there, they are download friendly, so you can download most of them. And you get to broadcast live on Spreaker, which we don't do, based off what I've mentioned, but we do the radio shows on there now with music. That makes it really easy.
And we get a lot of listens on Spreaker. We would love to get more. Yeah. We got a decent little following built on there pretty quickly. Followers.
It went from 4 or 5. We had the Spreaker for 1 to 3 months with 4 or 5 followers.
Yeah.
And then we just kept uploading our podcast to it, not really promoting it too much. And then all of a sudden, boom, it went to like 400, went up to 500. Now it's around 550.
Yeah. Can't wait till we break 1,000 on Spreaker and YouTube and Facebook, and we're getting there.
Yeah.
Share us with your friends and your favorite social media to help us get to that goal.
Yeah. If I had any advice for anybody who wanted to do a podcast or who was interested in getting started, I would say stay persistent with it. Patience, persistence, positivity. We've been going strong for 7 months. This is the 45th episode, and we're still not getting a whole lot of listens and plays, but we're still improving. Look how good our video quality is. Listen to how good our audio quality is, and it's only a matter of time until we hit that bump to where we're gonna zoom, and become well known.
I mean, we're still technically under our first year.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't even hit that first year threshold, and we've got 500 plus followers on our pages, and I'm really proud of us. And I know that part of it is we've been focusing a lot on Project Bring Me to Life as a whole, rather than just the podcast. I mean, a lot of times we get a lot of followers when we go full force on advertising and posting all over Facebook and stuff, and that helped us a lot for a while. But right now we're really depending on our viewers to help us reach people, because I mean, we post as much as we can on our Facebooks, but it's important to reach people that we currently don't have contact with so that we can make contact with those people. And it's really important for those shares and that appreciation, because we appreciate it and we're grateful for it, because that's how we're going to grow. And if we spent more time on advertising, we're sure that we would get lots of more followers. But right now, the message is getting to where it needs to. And I feel like certain people, as they awaken, will stumble upon past episodes at the perfect time. Because yeah. When I'm surfing YouTube, I'm like, oh, this is from like 5 years ago, but this is so perfect for me right now. Yeah. So I'm sure that our very first episode with you and Ashton will make someone's day, even 5 years from now.
Yeah. Yep. So staying patient, positive, persistent, and one thing that we're working on is consistency, and which doing the pre-recorded shows and being able to edit them and have them, I feel will help that a lot, because we're not rushing to get everything done all in 1 hour. We have time to develop everything. So I think that's one thing I'm looking really forward to for the next season.
And they won't even have to be just an hour then, because we'll be able to make sure that everything is, like you just said, properly organized and edited, and then people won't have to worry so much about watching live. I think that's been a lot of issue for some people, is that they're like, oh man, I missed it live. It's like, oh no, you can still watch it.
Yeah.
So make sure if you're telling people, oh, they have a live show on Tuesday, well, now it's just a new show on Tuesday. They can watch it at their convenience at any time, and they can watch any of our previous ones at their convenience. Pause it if you have to, and then replay all of it.
Yeah, I think that is another big key issue with doing a live podcast, is that when you do it and it's over, people don't realize that they can go back and watch it after it's done. So a lot of people will be like, I missed the live, and I can't watch it. So a lot of people can't watch podcasts Tuesdays at 8 p.m.
No, but having them pre-recorded and like launching them, it's the same as like a season of a show on TV at that point. And they're like, man, if I missed it, I'll catch it on Netflix. Well, you can catch us on YouTube. You can catch us on Spreaker, whatever platform's easiest for you to use.
Yeah.
If you don't have a computer, you have a tablet, well, maybe listening to us on Spreaker is a good idea for you, or something along those lines. Like, we're trying to make it as easily accessible for everyone. I know as soon as I get some more free time here, I'm going to be working on the mobile website for our tablet and mobile viewers, because I know that's been a request, and we're working on getting an app. It's all a matter of time, but we are excited for things coming.
Yeah, that's great insight. So, I was going to say something on what you just talked about, but for some reason it slipped my mind.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. So I'll go ahead and send the link out in the chat room so the viewers, the supporters, can join and discuss with us.
We're all about those supporters. And while we wait for some of our supporters to join through, I just would like to give a shout out to all the people that have been on our podcast. Can I go through the list? Yeah. All right. It's going to be a little bit of a list, guys, but I think it's important to name off all of our guests. So here it goes. We had Ashton for number 1. We had me as number 2. Sarah Hall has been on numerous. Liz Cox has appeared on several. Nick Meter, Rita Rose, Brandon Brown, aka Skywalker or Yogi Magic. Selena has done card readings. Uche from Cosmic Village and Monica from Cosmic Village. And then we interviewed you. You were interviewed rather than being the interviewee.
Yeah, that was great. I
Viewer.
like being interviewed a lot.
Yeah. We had Cord Blaze, which is a sentient. Is that what he's going by right now?
Yep.
A sentient.
Sentient.
Then we did one with just Ashton rather than Spaceship Earth. We had Billy Mays, who ended up with 2 because we ended up talking about his dad and got disconnected. That was a good one. We had a podcast on thankfulness, which was run by Nick Meter.
Yeah, that was a roundtable.
Yeah, that was a roundtable. Lane LaRoche. How do you say that?
LaRoche.
Yes. We did one on alternative cultures. Allura Snow. David Diamondheart.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I did another one. Then we did a podcast on crystals with Nick Monicky. And we had Sean Kramer, Tyler Eppe, Nick Bryce, a roundtable on astral projection, Michael Garfield, Ricky Shade, Dixon's violin. That was a good one too.
That was a good one.
We had an Archangels roundtable. Liz Cox came back for a little bit. Ariel Esterline, Taco and Elise from Appalachian Jam Witch. Ashton came back. Zach and What Army. We had Samantha, who I believe is going to join us here in just a few minutes. And let's see. We did another one with Samantha, and that's when the aliens also joined us. That was pretty awesome.
Thank you, ETs.
We did Supermoon and Eclipse. We did the Law of Attraction with just us. Jody and Lindsay from Piece of Me, we did their grand opening, which we hope to do some more grand openings. We're going to do a live Near Infinity feed, I think. We're going to try. Isn't that a thing? It was.
We'll see if we have internet. It's hard to do a live podcast if you don't have internet at that place.
Maybe we'll be doing a review then, depending on how that goes. Then we had Freedom Heart Song. We did a Be True to You combination.
That was another roundtable discussion on how to be our authentic self or your true self in any situation.
Yeah, we had Remedy Music, Liquid Sound Theory, and then last week we did an update on what we're doing.
Yeah, that last podcast we talked about our 5-year plan to create an art and science school in between Detroit, Michigan, and Asheville, North Carolina. A school about spirituality, metaphysics, holistic health, art, and music.
Right, and now here we are.
And now here.
Finale.
So, hey Samantha, how are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
We are doing great. It is great to have you on here again.
It's good to be back. I always love being on here.
You sound so clear. Did you get a new mic?
I didn't. No.
Well, you sound super clear, and we're glad to hear you, and we're glad to have
It's
you.
good.
Aww.
Yeah, I can't believe we're to like the end of an era. It's so crazy.
I
We were
know.
just talking in the chat room, like 45 episodes. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Crazy. It feels like it was like yesterday when I first tuned in,
Right.
and now look where you guys are at. It's so crazy, and I'm so excited for you guys, and like I already can see like with as much as you've grown in just the short time that I've been watching. Well, I say short time. It's been what, like 7 months you were saying, but like just that time alone, you guys have done so much. Grown so much, and like I can only imagine like what the next year and the next 2 years and the next 5 years is gonna bring.
Yeah.
Like it's so exciting.
Yeah, I can't wait. And we're really grateful because you've been with us pretty much from the start. Like you said, you got here in October-ish. So, I mean, you came in pretty early and you've stuck with us, and we're really grateful to have someone to share that growth with.
You're stuck with
We will totally keep you forever. We will keep you forever. But yeah, so what has your favorite part of Project Bring Me to Life been?
Oh man, I had a feeling that was gonna get asked.
We're really great.
I was thinking, I don't know. There hasn't really been any part that I haven't totally loved. I think really though, like my favorite part's just been like watching the community grow with you guys and like becoming a part of something that's so special, and I think that's really unique to Project Bring Me to Life. Like it's not really something like, yeah, there's podcasts everywhere, you know, but like not all of them are so engaging with their audience and like so welcoming to like new faces or whatever, you know, like you guys every week you have something that makes you want to continue coming back. It's not like, oh, you know, like that was cool and I chatted with some people, but like that was it. Like this is like no, like, hey, we're friends now after this, you know, like you want to come back and hang out every week, you know.
That's nice. I like that you said that. That's one thing that we realized ourselves when we were doing the business plan was there's a segment where you got to find out why would you succeed where others failed, and we looked at it and we realized, you know, we really want to connect with our audience and in an intimate way, and you really don't see a lot of you don't see a lot of other podcasts doing that to where they really engage with their audience. I mean, you know, they might host a video chat or whatever, but they don't like get to know them. They don't become friends with them or treat them like family.
Yeah, and you guys have definitely become some of my closer friends because a lot of my friends that I had before, a lot of my friends I had before, they were kind of a different scene, and I'd had the same friends since nearly kindergarten, and right around when I started Project Bring Me to Life, a lot of my friends also started like scattering out and doing their own thing, and then the Project Bring Me to Life tribe has quickly become my inner circle. So I'm grateful for both of you guys. I see David's popped in the chat room too.
Hi, David.
Yo. There. Wasn't letting me join for a bit. I'm in here.
Good to see your face, David.
Yes. We're so grateful to have both of you because David, you've been a very dedicated watcher and listener and promoter as well. And I love how you both have become active in the chat room. You might as well be moderators. If someone has a question, you guys are on it.
I know I have to say hi, David, because this is the first time I've actually gotten to talk to you. Like, we chat all the time, like, in writing, but I've never actually physically spoken to you, so it's pretty rad.
It's true. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I'm always talking to Samantha, but I've never actually talked to Samantha. Now it's happening.
See, look, guys, community building, proof right here.
I love it. We need to do this more. This needs to be a thing. Now that we're not live for an hour, maybe we'll be able to have some more after parties in the future.
Yeah.
That could be a thing.
That could be a thing.
That should be a thing.
It should be. Samantha has made the call.
Yeah, just when you do it like a live show and you know it's going to be live, you know people are watching it. After every episode, I would feel tired.
It takes a lot of energy and nerves. I mean, I think a lot of people should understand, like, once you, like, anticipate something, like, when Tuesdays come for us, we're like, okay, it's podcast day, we gotta have this ready, we gotta be in our seats by 8 o'clock, because we know if we're not, or if we weren't, that we would be letting you guys down, and we never wanted to make you guys wait for it. I think Samantha's told me a couple times, oh man, you're breaking her heart. But we're trying.
I don't know. I don't think we missed the Tuesday since we started.
There was one. Yeah, when you guys were, I think, in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We tried so hard.
Dude, we went to a McDonald's in the middle of nowhere. We were.
Yeah, we tried really hard to do it, but it wasn't working out. So, but we did. We tried to make it up with that video.
We gave you guys a video. We tried so hard, but we were literally like in a McDonald's, like refreshing the page every couple seconds, and
oh my gosh,
just new free Wi-Fi. We were ready to do it right then and there, but the universe was like, "Hey guys, do this."
Yeah. Yeah. We needed a break there.
David, what's your favorite part of Project Bring Me to Life? I know I put you on the spot, I'm sorry. I wanted to hear you speak.
like my new trimmed beard.
Is he talking? I can't hear
I
him.
think he is, but I can't hear him. His mouse moved.
We can't hear you.
What happened? It's because he tried to use that mic. Nope.
Click out and come back in, and then I'll ask you the question again.
Look at his beard. Look at that beard.
It's very majestic.
I was just gonna say it.
Oh man, I'm so glad that we have you guys.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
I love you guys.
Wow.
It's nice having people who will come back every week and engage with the show. It's when we first started the podcast, we didn't have any regular people who would come and watch and engage with us. So, when Samantha, when you came on, like right when you came on, every single week since then, you've just been super engaged, super excited, and the way you share it. And
We're so great.
it's so
Yeah,
good.
I've been tweeting this whole time trying to get people to come join us.
That's awesome. Yeah, we're gonna try to push the Twitter more once we get the pre-recorded things, because then we'll be able to be social networking while the show is live-ish. It's not live, new.
Right.
Well, the show is
Newly live.
Premiering while it's
Yeah.
premiering.
That's
I
a
like
good
that.
term. And tell people that it's pretty much debuting or premiering, and then even if they don't get to watch it, because a lot of times people don't want to jump in right in the middle, and when it's live they can't start it from the beginning, so they'll be able to start it from the beginning with the pre-recorded ones, right?
Yep.
Want that
Yeah.
thing?
So, when people get into the chat room and they're like, "Oh, I'm late," and then they click it, it's gonna start at the beginning, because it's not, like you said, it's not live. It's not gonna jump to where we are talking at the time.
Yeah.
It's gonna start right from the beginning.
Which allows people to do things at their own pace. We were talking about that earlier, which is sometimes good and sometimes bad, but I think in this case it's good. I think in this case it'll be a good thing.
Yeah. It's a very natural progression.
Yeah. He said earlier, why didn't we do pre-recorded podcasts from the beginning? I said, well, then nobody would have been able to see how much we grew.
Oh, that's
True.
true.
And the reason why I started doing live was just because I wanted that engagement, and I wanted to give people a reason to come listen if they didn't, because nobody knew what Project Bring Me Life was or what the podcast was about. So, if people know a live show is going to play, they will be that much more interested or attracted to come and watch, because they get a chance to say something in the chat, and then we can put it in the podcast right then and there. So
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, we got to figure out a way to get people to ask us questions for the guest before we do the interview somehow.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Samantha?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think that by doing the pre-recorded shows, it's gonna open it up a lot more to, like, if you guys were to decide to do like a live episode, every now and then, I think that you might have people more likely to be like, oh, okay, like, we're gonna be live, like the live show's this night, so let's tune in and actually see this thing happen, like, in the now, rather than watching. They'll have had, like, a taste of it with the pre-recorded. So they'll be like, oh, like, this is a special event, like, this is gonna be super cool, let's tune in and be part of this right now as it's happening,
I think it'd be cool for, like, debuting maybe people's, like, albums and art and things, because we've had a couple album releases and song releases and random things on the past couple episodes, not past couple, but in past episodes, and on the radio show that you did on Spreaker, we had a Sentient debut song.
Yeah, you finished it a few hours before we played it.
Yeah, make sure that we had something new to release. That was awesome.
That was very awesome. And, if some of the musicians, they don't realize that Project Bring Me Life has that wonderful platform to promote that or to premiere it for them. So some of them would say like a day before they're going to release it, hey, can you do this? If, if they give us a few weeks head start, or if they let us know early and in advance, we can put that in the podcast. So for any future artists or musicians, if you have any announcements, give us a fair warning, and we can put it into the pre-recorded show.
Yeah, we would love to just help you guys because, I mean, that's fun being able to help someone release something. We've helped Ashton, and we debuted Cosmic Villages in Love is the Afterlife's music video.
Yeah.
Twinkle, I think it was. And it was a couple really cool events that we've just been able to be a part of, and can't wait to see what they release within the next 50 episodes, too, for us to help share.
Yeah.
So it'll be really cool. I think we have David back.
Hey, David.
We do.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yay! It didn't like it when I switched to my headset, I guess. So nope. And then it crashed, and then I relaunched, and then the plugin crashed. So I had to reload the page again.
So many touchdowns, David.
Touchdown.
I know what TD stands for now.
I thought you were just making it funny.
No, I was always like TD touchdowns. What? Why are touchdowns a bad thing? And it doesn't look like anybody like crossed any goal lines or anything. What's going on? And then I realized, oh, technical difficulties. Yeah, I was all completely honest. It just took me like 3 to 7 times to figure out what I meant finally.
That's okay. That's just like whenever CeeLo's talking about the CMEs. I, for the longest time, thought he was saying CMEs like Siamese cats, or, just a weird way of saying Siamese. And I'm like, why is he talking about cats when he's doing like cosmic space weather? I'm like, I'm so confused. I don't get it. And then finally one day it clicked. Oh, gotcha.
I had to say corona mass ejection instead. When I would say
It's actually.
Go ahead.
It's actually cats coming out of the sun. That's what causes the auroras. Is when large solar cats like come over and they like start scratching at the Earth's atmosphere, make ripples in the ionosphere. It's all those Siamese cats.
Did you say that your cat just like peeks out of the corner of your feed?
She's jingling around somewhere.
She's just like in the corner and then gone.
She's like, cats? Me?
Really?
Oh,
Really?
Well, we now know where lions come from. They actually come directly out of the sun.
Man,
Lions?
that's why we would be
Yeah,
awesome.
lions. Like with their manes, and they represent the sun. Yeah.
Yeah, or sun.
Oh!
It's mine's sun. That's an interesting noise.
I practice.
I know you do. I feel like he could be his own soundboard of very interesting noises all the
Oh my
time.
gosh. You guys could totally incorporate that into the post-production stuff.
Oh, we'll have a little soundboard. Ashton would probably love to use that too.
You would.
He would, I know he would.
You would.
All right, David, let me ask you your question again. What's your favorite part of Project Bring Me to Life now that we can hear you?
Okay, now that you can hear me, my favorite part of Project Bring Me to Life really is the community aspect. I don't actually get to like hang out and talk about these sorts of things very often anymore. Something I used to get to do, and then everybody I knew sort of like scattered to the 4 corners of the universe, and now it's all online for me. So I get the chance to like hang out, hear about some stuff that's going on. It's not me that's providing everybody the information for once, which is pretty neat, and I get to talk about it with everybody.
That's awesome.
Nice.
And how did you find Project Bring Me to Life?
Trinity actually dragged me in. We don't see her very often. She's like 6-7 hours ahead or something, works a morning job, so we don't hear from her very often. But she dragged me in for one of Selena's readings, and then I stuck around since then.
Yeah.
Oh.
Glad you stuck around.
Yeah, we are beyond grateful. You've quickly become our our favorite comedian. You've become the PBM2L comedian, and you do it so naturally. And oh man, you bring so many smiles.
Yes, you
Because
do.
my dad had a weird sense of humor.
Mine too. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, my face hurts from smiling.
I know.
Because, it's so cool to have both of you on here, and both of you are always in the chat room, and
We live there.
Yeah, it's the current Fantastic Four. I'm much a fan of this.
That must make me the thing then, huh?
That is now the thing.
That's the thing.
No, he called himself the Thing.
I'm way out of the loop.
I think I am too, but it's okay.
Fantastic Four. The
The
Thing.
thing called the thing.
Oh,
Yeah, the
Oh.
big yellow,
The big
burly,
rock
kind
dude.
of surly
the
rocky
rock,
guy.
the rocky creature.
That is really weird. I'm not like a superhero movie person, but I somehow caught that reference. I'm a little bit worried right now.
I'm the one looking up the picture.
He's like made of stone, I think, or
Yeah,
something
he's
that.
like a yellow Hulk, kind of.
I'd prefer to be the Fleemy dude just because he can fly.
I don't even know who the other guy is.
The other guy is really stretchy. He can stretch like crazy. He's just very stretchy.
Oh, I can
Wrong.
Interesting.
And the girl turns invisible and has a force field.
Well, we replaced the stretchy guy and added another badass girl, so.
Yes.
We have our own abilities. That's why we're the Fantastic Four. We can do what we want.
And there we have a prime example of Samantha and my own ability to completely derail a conversation and have everything not making sense.
Perfect. Exactly. Comedy relief. Much needed.
It's just like last time we were in the chat room and we had the Egyptian god and goddess commentary going. That was so bad. We're making puns. Yeah.
But that's awesome. Like, this just shows how much fun you can have with people if you join our chat room and how cool our crew has become.
Yeah, please join the chat room at Project Room. There's a lot of lurkers. Often a lot of lurkers. It's not hard to click the chat room, and then you can just sign into Facebook, Twitter, Google,
Dude, there's so many. Flickr.
Flickr, Tumblr.
Yeah. There's a lot of them.
So
I don't even know how many, because I've just stayed signed in all the time.
yeah, being a host, I don't get to see the chat room that often, but I'm looking forward to being able to spend more time in the chat while we're all watching the premiere of the new episodes together.
Are you guys excited for pre-recorded podcast? What is? Let me ask you a better question. What's something you're looking forward to from Project Bring Me to Life in the future?
Oh gosh. Honestly, just everything. I know I keep saying that. I'm like, there's nothing I didn't like. There's nothing that I'm not looking forward to. But like, it's something specific. Let me think. I don't know. David, do you have an answer for that?
Yeah, I've got an answer for that. I'm looking forward most to the actually getting more time to hang out with everybody while it's on the air instead of just like the people who aren't busy actually working with it. It'll be a better time for being able to chat about it, talk about what's going on, and questions and stuff like that. I think it'll be pretty neat.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're always looking for people to interview and people to host on the website. And Samantha, you introduced us to
Curtis!
the Idealist, and he's going to be on the episode for May 12th. So thank you for that.
Yeah. David, we're going to have to get you on an episode, too. We got Samantha on. You're next.
Yes.
What? That'll be weird. I don't know if the internet's ready for that.
Oh, it'll be awesome. It'll be awesome. All in due time.
Oh, I was
Done.
telling Shan the other day that there's a forum for my school that I found.
Yeah.
For all the students and just a whole bunch of people. You guys could probably even join too at some point. I'll have to find out the rules, but I'm definitely going to like try and do some networking in there and connecting and try and get some more guests for us
Mhm.
for the podcast. Find more platforms too to get the podcast. Well, live show. Well, now it's not a live show. Well,
Yeah,
okay,
we don't
whatever.
really know what it's technically anymore. It's
Yeah,
outgrown.
just call it
everything.
a podcast again.
Okay.
Call it a
Yeah.
podcast.
It's easier, I guess.
We're
Transformation.
Pod show.
pod show. There you go.
Pod show. Because we're all like 4 peas in a pod.
Ah. Oh. Man, you guys are so awesome.
Definitely something anyway.
Yeah, I can't say how thankful we are for all of you, anybody who's listening or watching or whatever. And just we do have that giveaway that we're doing,
Oh yeah.
and we haven't had anybody tweet anything about the show yet, so there's still a good chance. So some of the tweets. That is very well known.
I wanted to make sure that she got covered for that. She's
No
all
hurt feelings if I didn't. It's all good, guys.
But yeah, we're trying to get as many people as possible to tweet because that's one of the ways you will get more chances, I guess.
More following, and a lot of people use Twitter, and actually I think Twitter helped us get that 500 plus followers on Spreaker.
Yeah, that quick.
Yeah, so if people tweet at PBM2L and tell us what they like about the show and subscribe to our website, then they'll have a chance to win our monthly giveaway.
Yep, which is a Shintastic Shine, Reiki Charged, and Full Moon Cleansed energy bracelet.
Yeah. And I think next month, I know you two already got the CD, and I want to thank you personally so much for that. 'Cause that's awesome.
I can't wait till they get it.
And huge congratulations to you, CeeLo, for that release. Like, so proud of you, and like, I can't wait to get mine.
We almost rushed it during the retrograde,
Yeah.
and I was like, I can't do this. I'm just gonna let it happen whenever it needs to happen. So it was about 4 months from when I started working on it to when I released it.
Yeah, and it's pretty awesome. I actually listened to the whole thing in a row. I listened to you briefly making them, but I got to sit down by myself and listen to them. I was driving, so I didn't 100% meditate, but I think I meditate while I drive, just with my eyes open. It's like my chill space, and it was really cool. And I'm so proud of you.
Would you say I sound professional?
Yeah, sounds legit.
Sounds like a real CD, like a real meditation CD.
Yeah, I am excited for them to get it, and it's so cool. Oh, do you have that picture of something else we can show them that we have?
Yes, this is a.
Guess what is dropping next week, I believe.
Dude, you got the t-shirts.
We haven't got them in our hands yet, but we have this awesome little preview. Boom!
Oh my god.
And the other side of them, thanks. The other side of them is supposed to say "Wake up and shine on." So that's actually the back.
Yeah, that's the back of the shirt. The front will say "Wake up and shine on," and our friend Chris White is making these, and they look really professional. They look exactly like our logo.
Yep, amazing.
So we're looking forward to dropping those shirts, and that will be a way for people to help fund the 5-year plan of Project Bring Life, the tours, the school, and just wearing it on your back, we'll get people interested in it. It's a cool logo, and
I'm excited that they're tie-dye. He was making them he's down in Florida, and he had them hanging on his line in the high school, I think he said, or maybe it was the college. Whatever, one of the schools down there is the same colors, and kids were trying to just straight up buy them off the line. They were like, we want these. So it's pretty awesome. And the college to the state next to me that's really big, and even the town that we're in is the same colors. So I think that's pretty cool too, because I feel like it'll help get us a push, and people will be like, "What's that?"
Yeah, I mean that's a cool.
They're going to be available in the Project Bring Me to Life shop, right?
Yep, of course.
Yeah, and we'll sell them. They'll be in the shop locally for anybody who's in Cumberland.
Yep, we'll have a couple of pieces of me.
Yeah, piece of me. And we're going to a few events, some in Michigan, and we'll have some at Near Infinity, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, online, people can buy them. We'll ship them to you.
Metamorphosis, maybe we would have, if just on the side. But.
Probably not Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is its principle is based off of Burning Man, and if you know Burning Man, you just take stuff there, and there's a lot of food and stuff like that. There's no money, so all the vendors, everything, you just walk up and you get what you want and say thank you, and that's it. So, I mean, maybe one or two at the event, but there's no money there, so probably not selling any there.
Understood.
I just wanted to clarify that. But yes, you can get them online. We'll have them on the Birch page, and let me show them again because they're so pretty.
They are.
So, if you're just tuning in, I see we have one viewer. These are the new Project Bring Me Life T-shirts that we'll be offering up here shortly.
Yeah, very soon. He's getting them ready to ship back to us.
Yep. So, I mean, yeah, I don't really have much else to say for this episode. I just want to thank everybody again for the support, and it's been a wild first season, and I'm looking forward to season 2. It's going to be quite amazing.
Indeed, I'm super excited. Do either of you wonderful people have anything you would like to share with the Project Bring Me to Life tribe?
Yeah, I just want to say I think it's really important to thank you guys, Shannon and Zero, for all of the hard work that you put into this, because I mean, everything that you're doing is working towards helping get the word out about other people and helping them to grow, whether that's a musician or an artist or whatever it may be, it's not easy. And you do so much more than just, put together the weekly podcast and everything. There's so much more behind the scenes that I know, we don't all get to see. And so I think it's so important that you guys get credit for that as well. So from my heart to yours, thank you so much for everything that you guys do.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that.
And to the chat, join the chat. It's awesome. Come be awesome with us. You want to. It's the best.
And now that you guys have seen the faces, this is who's in there, you guys. There's no reason to be afraid. Come join us. We're fun.
Yeah, it's very easy to get in the chat room. All you have to do, usually we'll have at projectbringmelife.com around 7:30. You just go there and it'll take you to a page. It'll just show, the picture of the podcast, and at the bottom left it'll say watch and enter podcast or enter chat room.
Yeah.
So you just click that and scroll down, and there'll be the video and there'll be the chat room.
Yep. And we still are planning on doing card readings live?
Yes, our next one should be on May the 4th be with you.
Yep, I believe.
International Star Wars Day.
All about that Star Wars. I'll stick to Star Trek. I'm all about the Star Trek.
Oh, yeah. So that will be with Selena DeFleur, and then on May, I believe it's 18th, we'll have Sarah Hall back for the New Moon card reading.
I'm excited to have Sarah Hall back. We haven't had her on in a little while.
Yeah, it has been quite a while, but
she's a busy bee.
Busy bee. Being busy.
This weekend is also Beltane, so their full moon and Beltane readings.
Yes. Full moon and Beltane radiance.
which is the spring holiday of bringing the god and goddess together, and I'm sure Selena will give us the rundown on that.
I'm sure she will.
Because that is what she's awesome at.
I love you, Selena.
Thank you.
All right, so just for me to wrap this up, it's been a long ride. We've learned a lot of things about podcasting and doing Google Hangouts, and staying patient, persistent, and positive is really the one thing that you should take away from what I'm saying if you're looking to do a podcast or really anything in life. So I love you all.
No. I love you guys too. Sorry we don't have a card reading for this week's episode or a cosmic energy forecast. If you are interested in a community card reading, I'll do one and post it on my blog when I get some time the next couple hours. But I'm just grateful to have everybody have been a part of pretty much 45 to 50 awesome episodes.
Thank you specifically, Samantha and David.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, stay awake, everyone, and shine on always. And we're going to go off the air.
Bye.